From your own correspondent, Reg Rowland, reminiscing on Venice 2004. This is one of my favourite true anecdotes. My late wife Audrey and I were having a week's holiday in Venice. Our hotel was on the mainland, so to get to the city we had to take a ferry, which landed us near San Marco Square, one of the tourist hotspots. On this particular day, I had been to the art gallery for a browse through its impressive collection. A street map is a must in Venice because of the intersection of walkways and canals. For those unfamiliar with the city, it is almost unique in topography terms. The Grand Canal, which bisects Venice, is dominated by the Rialto Bridge, from which the tourist can enjoy an entrancing view of the place. Adding to the spectacle are the ever-present gondolas, propelled by a skillful gondolier standing on the stern with a pole. Another famous landmark is the Bridge of Sighs, so called because inmates saw their last view of freedom as they traversed from the prison. On consulting my map, it seemed that it was only about half a mile back to the ferry, but via quite a few different routes. Picking one at random, we set off at a leisurely pace. Audrey was strolling a little ahead of me as we gazed at the wonderful architecture all around. Suddenly, a woman dashed up to me from somewhere on my right. "Is it Mr. Rowland?" she exclaimed. I turned round to look at her and immediately said, "Gisela." I instinctively gave her an enthusiastic hug. Audrey turned round to see me in an embrace with an apparent strange woman. Then, of course, the penny dropped and she duplicated my response. Meanwhile, I was pumping the hand of Gisela's companion, in brackets husband, at the same time saying, "Monsieur Piocasque." In the excitement, I had forgotten that the family was German, so I should have sort of said, "Herr Piocasque." Amazed and bewildered smiles were on all our faces. It will highlight the sheer wonder of the occasion when I tell you that it was 25 years since we had last met. It will have no doubt occurred to the reader or listener that if we had taken a different route from the art gallery, or the same route but a few minutes later or earlier, the meeting would never have occurred. Which leads on to the thought, how many near misses are there worldwide? Some background information will set the scene in contrast. To widen the perspective, Merchant Taylor's School, Crosby, had an exchange arrangement with a school in Hamburg, whereby senior girls would travel to their opposite number and stay with the family. In our case, my daughter Sharon exchanged with Gisela, a girl of a similar age in Hamburg. Gisela walked erect and so very, very elegantly. She stayed with us in our house in Crosby, Merseyside, and proved to be a delightful girl. This is Reg Rowland signing off from your own correspondent.